Hi, my name is Colin SkipperWing Bird, and welcome to another episode of SkipperWing Draws a Thing, where I, the eponymous SkipperWing, draw a thing. Also, there are links to a silent version of this video in the cards and description below, in case you want to see a version of this that doesn't have all the commentary. Hey, cut that out. Alright, today's subject, Sans, however you pronounce that particular font, from Undertale. I gotta admit, Undertale's not usually my thing. Usually it's mainstream superheroes and mainstream video games. However, I was chatting with a friend on Skype, which ended up turning into a streaming session on Picarto. Oh, by the way, the link to my stream is picarto.tv/skipperwing. Go check that out. Yeah. So anyway, I started streaming, and as you can see in the intro, I was already streaming Spider-Man, and I decided, why not? I'll go for another one, and let's do a take a request. So my friend suggested Sans from Undertale, Sans, however you pronounce it. And so I was like, well, okay, sure, why not? Because I don't know, I've never drawn Undertale. I have no interest in traumatizing my moral compass for life by playing Undertale. That's not to say that Undertale sucks, it's that Undertale is freaking amazing. I just don't have the heart, pun intended, to fiddle with the moral system. So yeah, with that out of the way, you would think drawing a skeleton in a hoodie and loafers would be simple. You would be right. However, to make sure that I could not completely possibly botch it, I decided to go look up reference. Or rather, I didn't look up reference, my friend looked up reference and gave me the link to his sprite sheet, which I downloaded and put it in the Flash file, because why not put it in the Flash file, so that way I can just look at it directly, and also cherry pick colors. Even for the simplest of characters, or rather, especially for the simplest of characters, you want to look up reference, because you never know, because they're so simple, they're so easy to notice when something is off. So, admittedly, I cheated wherein you can't see his full face, and all you can see are his eyes, but you know how we do. So I figured that I would just show him dodging the chop sign, but that for me didn't really work. It was too simple of a composition, and it didn't really make sense out of context. So I decided that I would go one step forward and show Frisk/Chara, aka the main protagonists of Undertale, and spoilers, doing their attack. Although, granted, if you know the context for this specific fight, you're not really going on spoilers. It's a genocide run. So I decided to throw in Frisk/Chara doing the knife cut. And one of the things that I really like about my style is that it's very action oriented and very dynamic. However, even I'm like, when I look at something, I'm like, that's not moving enough as I would like. So I usually have a tendency to sort of distort things in sort of an arc shape, or use speed lines to kind of show motion. And I hope that it's kind of clear of the composition, what's going on in this sequence. If not, well, that's my fault as an illustrator. So yeah, I decided to play around with that a little bit, and hopefully the motion shows and it feels like a screenshot of a fight in progress rather than just a still illustration where the characters are posing for the camera. So with that mostly out of the way, we're going to get into a part that's really going to suck. Doing what I like to call a mood gradient. I got this from a YouTuber called Floor Doodler. And they're really awesome. You should check out their stuff. I'm going to see if I can remember to put a description in the cards. Now, the way they do it is much different from the way I do it, mostly because they use a raster program, Paint Tool SI, while I use a vector program, Adobe Flash. And the more detail and stuff that's happening in Flash, the less it likes to be working. And so what ended up happening was trying to fix the alphas and the gradients while streaming, while recording. Flash didn't like that. So unfortunately, the back half of this video is me fiddling with gradients. And I have to admit, I apologize for that. Flash didn't like that a lot. So I ended up having to restart the program to get everything working the way I wanted it to. But I think it turned out pretty well. What do you think? Well, actually, leave a comment and let me know what you think. If you've got ideas for things that you'd like me to draw, also leave it in the comments. This is Colin SkipperWing Bird signing out, and I'll catch you peeps later.